Hey y'all, welcome back to our clubhouse, and thank you guys for stopping by, and welcome if you are new. Before I get into the new book that I'm reading, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Brandy Books with Brandy Shanae. I'll put her YouTube channel name on the screen somewhere, and also I will link it in the description box below. But I absolutely just love her. She's a Black YouTuber and she's very welcoming. I was watching her live a couple days ago and I felt so welcomed, and it was just such a good vibe. So if you are looking for another Black booktuber, then check out her channel. Once again, her channel name is Books with Brandy Shanae, and I love her channel. She has such a good personality, and also I've added a bunch of new books on my TBR by Black authors, so I'm really excited about that. And she just posted a new book haul. I really enjoyed that video, and yeah, so go check her out, you guys. It's just really good vibes over at her channel, and but she definitely recommends a plethora of Black authors, and I just feel like at home, and I just feel so happy on her channel and watching her videos. And also during her chat on her live, I met like so many new friends, and so I just love it there. While we were reading books, and so the book I started reading was Pushing the Limits by MCGARY. And I found this book at my library, and I didn't know anything about it. I just really was captivated by first of all, the title, like, come on now, Pushing the Limits, and also the book cover. Like, look how cool the book cover looks. So yes, so that's what drew me in. And then so I'll read a little bit of the back for you. So it says, so wrong for each other and yet so right. No one knows what happened the night Echo Emerson went from popular girl with jock boyfriend to gossiped about outsider with freaky scars on her arms. Even Echo can't remember the whole truth. But when Noah Hutchins, the smoking hot girl using loner in the back leather jacket, explodes into her life with his surprising understanding, Echo's world shifts in ways she could never have imagined. They should have nothing in common. Yet the crazy attraction between them refuses to go away, and Echo has to ask herself just how far they can push the limits. And what's your risk for the one guy who might teach her how to love again? Child, I was smitten by that synopsis of the book, and when I went to go add it on my Goodreads around like yesterday, I'm always like late to add a book to Goodreads. I don't know why. I have to get better on that. Plant. But I saw that the author. Hold on. I noticed that the author, Penelope Douglas, read the book, and I was like, OMG, she wrote, what's it called? PUNK57, and I read that last month, and it was really, really good. And also I have, what's the other book? I have Birthday Girl on my list, and also Corrupt on my list as well. So I really do like Penelope Douglas. So when I saw, she rated this book 5 stars, and it's quite popular. So yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be this put. So that made me even more hyped about the book. Like 20 pages in is a very like traumatic, and both the high schoolers have like very traumatic lives, and they're only like 18 in high school. About this book, I thought it was my secret little gem, but apparently not. Also, when I was in the live chat and said that I was reading Pushing the Limits, Alyssa also, hey girl, if you're watching, but she also said that she read the book and she said she liked it back in the day, and I was like, okay, cool. So yes, it's definitely an aged book. I think it was in 2012. So yeah, it's pretty dated, and also in the book it mentions blackberries, and I thought that was so cool because I remember my mom having a blackberry, so I just thought that was a little travel back in time moment. Yeah. For one, the book is two perspectives, which I absolutely love. I love two perspectives when it goes back and forth, and it's also in first person, so there you go, that's amazing. Yeah, so I love that it's two perspectives. It goes between Echo's perspective and Noah's perspective, and it's both in first person, so perfection, literally perfection. So yeah, they both have like darkness within them. They're both going through a lot of pain and tragedy, and yeah, so what brings them together is the new school therapist slash counselor. So she kind of delves into their mental health, and she really cares about them and sees their potential, which is amazing. And I don't know, it's something about that just makes me, that pulls on my heartstrings, because sometimes like the norm is that the school counselor isn't that good, but in this book she really cares about the students and cares about these two, and that she believes that they can help each other, and that's what they're doing. So definitely understanding each other, which I love. So I'm not going to say too much, but that's pretty much the gist of the story, just seeing how these two teens kind of come together and kind of like help each other through their trauma. And Echo's trauma is so bad that she really can't remember. She kind of has like PTSD almost in a way, because her brain kind of protects her from the bad memories, and she can't remember anything about like her past, and she's trying to like build up this new Echo, or to live like a normal herself, but yeah, she can't remember her past. So she's kind of like working through that slowly, having memories but not so much. And the counselor, Mrs. Collins, she is helping with that. She had like a little technique that I loved that helped Echo kind of remember. Plus, can we talk about like how cool of a name that is, like Echo? Like, I think that's such a cool name. But so yeah, I'm on my 100 page mark, so I'm excited about that. And it's Friday around, I think it's like 3 or 4 o'clock. So I definitely want to be done with the book by tomorrow, which is going to be like Saturday. So hopefully I can finish by Saturday night. That's my goal. So today I definitely want to hit like the 250 mark, and then I'll because the whole book is 400 pages, so I definitely think I could finish the book tomorrow night if I definitely get to 250 today. So I'm really excited to read it. I feel like it's very fast paced, and the romance in here is really good, but it's also YA, so it's not going to be anything like Haunting Adeline or anything like that, but it is a YA, and it does have cursing in it, so I do like that. But yeah, it's very, very interesting, and I love it. So I guess I could read for you guys right now until my iPad dies. So let's go. Oh, and you guys, like, let me tell you, I know I'm talking a lot, but I think it was like on page 97 or 98. I I said it once and I will say it again. Anytime when the guy says like, look at me, I lose it. It happens a lot of times in books, and I get so flustered. I love when they say look at me. I don't know, it's just something about it. So Noah told Echo to look at him as like a comforting thing, because they found out about something, because they're kind of like devising this whole plan they're devising this plan. So during that plan something else happens, and I don't know, like when he said look at me trying to comfort her, that had me. I love that. That's like my favorite line in a book. Woo. So yeah, that had me swooning a little bit. So I'm just gonna read. Yeah. So once again, Ashley is Echo's stepmom, and she's something else, but I won't spoil it for you guys. But she was also something else to Echo. But wow, she just did something that to me I felt crossed the lines. Like, you don't do that. It was so disrespectful for her to do what she just did. And wow, well, well, she didn't just do it, but Echo is like remembering what she did, so therefore we are just now finding out. So yeah, wow. But she did this while Echo was in the hospital recovering, and I'm just shocked. To me, that was so disrespectful and definitely crossing the line. Wow. I bet that Ashley didn't do it out of like hate, or I don't think Ashley meant harm by it, but to me it was still wrong to do without asking Echo first. Like, what? And at first I was kind of neutral about Ashley, but now I despise her, because to me that was what she did while Echo was in a hospital. Definitely was uncalled for, until maybe we might find out her reasoning behind it, but I still think it was disrespectful. So yeah. I knew something bad was going to happen, because Noah was having such an amazing day. He was having such a glorious day, and I knew that train was going to stop. But I didn't know this was going to happen at all. I did not expect this was going to happen. And now I'm predicting that something else is going to happen, which is just going to ruin any chance of him having custody of his brothers. And wow. I knew this day was too good to be true. I think I already know what's going to happen next, and it's not going to be good. Definitely, since we already know that Noah has a heroism in his DNA. Even his brother called him better than Batman, so it's just wild. And I don't even blame him for this, like, wow. Hi guys, so it's 11:50 p.m. and I have 95 pages left until I hit my 250 page goal, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm just being mellow right now. It took me a Netflix break, so that was really cool. I had some Netflix and pizza, and then I took me like a 2-hour nap, so I'm here for it. I definitely think I can get to 250, probably more than that at this point since it's almost tomorrow, but I definitely feel good that I can finish the book. And yeah, so like I said, it's 11:50, so I might be a little groggy, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the book so far. And you know, we got some sparks that are igniting between Noah and Echo, but her old life of being a popular girl and her ex-boyfriend are like getting in the way. So I'm really can't wait to see, like, you know, how they keep the flame going. So yeah, and also to see if their plan works with Mrs. Collins. So yeah, all right, I'll keep you guys posted per Good morning, y'all. So it is Saturday morning. It is 9:20 a.m. and so I did make it to my 200 mark. I was going to see if I would push the limits, see what I did there, and go to the 250, but I just was too tired, so I'm just at page 200, and I'm really liking it so far. I'm really interested because I feel like page 199, I felt like that could have been a good ending for the book. So I'm really wondering about what's going to happen in this next half, but I have to remember this is their last semester of high school, so maybe we're going to get like graduation and stuff like that. So, but really I could have ended it at page 199, but I'm happy that I still have another, so I'm really like excited to find out what's going to happen in the last half of this book. So yeah, let's get started. We are definitely going to finish this today, and I'm excited. So that's all I have to say. Also, I wanted to say how like romantic Noah is with the fountain. I thought that was so cool, and just I was imagining the scene in my head, and it was just too cute. So that's why I said it could have ended it there, because that was just such a spectacular like date. and yeah, but we'll see if kind of like now they're gonna have to be together as a item in public, and like we already know they have two separate friend groups and two separate like identities when it comes to how the like school groups. So I'm really like wondering how that's gonna work. Hey playmates, welcome back to our clubhouse, and I'm so happy I made my goal. So I finished pushing the limits. It is Saturday, 7:00 p.m. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I finished and I met my goal, so period. So wow, oh wow, you guys. Pushing the Limits by MCGARY. I would, now that I'm finished, I will rate this book. Dun, 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 dun. I will give it 4 stars. So yeah, I'll give it 4 stars. It's very captivating. I really love the gritty characters. Both Echo and Noah had their traumatic experiences in their life, and I loved seeing them go through their healing process together. Mrs. Collins, the new school therapist, she was amazing. She was top tier of therapist, and she probably was just my favorite character in the book, besides Jacob, who was Noah's like 8-year-old brother. Usually I don't really like kids in books, but Noah's brothers were amazing. They were so adorable and just caring and sweet, and I loved how they thought of their brother as a hero. So yes, I love how Noah was so caring and didn't judge Echo and was just there for her and just found her beautiful, and I just thought that was like top tier. I really liked both of the two perspectives. I think it made reading the book like so much more enjoyable. I feel like I'm right there. I can definitely, since they were going through traumatic and mental health issues, it was nice being in first person of both of their perspectives. So yeah, this was quite a journey. I love that this was a standalone book. Like, you know, it's a standalone book, but she has like other books with the same characters in it that I saw on Goodreads. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading those books. Yeah, just because this was just so perfect, and I don't think it can get better than this. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put the other books with the other friends on my TBR to read. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. It was just very amazing, and I can't wait to put it in my book journal. Pretty much my method for my book journal is to journal after I read the book. It just helps me make it more organized, and I can just really organize all my thoughts. But while I read, I either put some of the characters, like main events and character names, so I can keep track while I'm reading. I put them on these index cards. You can also put them in your, if you don't have index cards, you can put it in your phone notes. That's what I was doing before I got my index cards. But yeah, as you guys see, I just put little tidbits in here, and I just, yes. This was definitely a YA novel, so if you're somebody who wants to dip their toes into spice but you don't want anything too graphic or, you know, too erotica, then, or like too erotic, then this is a good book for you. It was spicy, but it didn't, you know my levels. So I would definitely say this book reminded me of Penelope Douglas' PUNK57. You have the kind of same character developments almost, with the popular girl being with like the quiet, mysterious dude that's a little bit more edgy and punkier. So I definitely got PUNK57 vibes. So if you like that book, then you would definitely like this. PUNK57 is definitely a lot more spicier. So if you don't want to handle like too much spice, then you would probably prefer Pushing the Limits over PUNK57. And also the author did read this book. Penelope Douglas, she of PUNK57, read this book and rated it 5 stars. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anything else? So yeah, I love that Noah would curse. I felt like that was so cool, and he was just so funny. Like, I love the humor, even though it dealt with really serious topics. I love the humor in here, and just the healing, especially with Echo trying to remember her mom and like a major tragedy that happened to her, an incident. Her brain kind of shields her from a particular day that happened, and it kind of separates her life into before that day and after that day. And she just wants to get back to normal. Both Noah and Echo want to get back to normal. And yeah, it's just very interesting. I love this book. Trying to remember like anything that like stood out to me. I just think when he was just saying, I love the moment like when he was just kind of embrace and kind of love on her scars. I thought that was amazing, and that was pretty much my favorite part, as well as what Noah's brother did. I'm not gonna say, but that was really heartwarming, and I was like, oh my gosh, he has the cutest brothers ever. And the fact that they were so adorable made me like really root for Noah. So yeah, but I really love them as a couple, and it was quite a ride. So